Pounders, welcome back. Happy Friday night. We have the Eliminator officially filled, and BBM is looking like, let's see, we're about 70% full. And we have a lot of buzz today, especially thanks to some Twitter doctors and some insiders trying to give us some information on the Joe Mixon injury and their insight, whether they would draft him or not. And, you have to take it in the context of people mostly talk about, outside heads mostly just talking about redraft, right? And in our case, when we're looking at a contest this big, you're looking for every little edge, especially in August versus the many edges that early drafters had. Sure, they're going to take hits on a player like Mixon or Quinshon in the 70s, but a lot of these guys have risen, right? So you don't have those early ADP risers. So how do we take advantage of the early April drafters? Is taking a discount, taking a risk on someone like this in the 90s, or he might drop later after the Twitter arguments today. And just mixing him in. I'm not saying like it's a smash. He could be a zero. He could be a zero, but you're in BBM specifically, a contest where he started in the 50 range, and we can go through it. Like, let me pull up best ball overlay and we'll go through where his ADP has gone. I mean, this portion of the website is completely free too. If you guys aren't on bestballoverlay.com, no reason to not make a free account. No credit card required. We can peek at BBM. He started at 53. It looks like he's pretty steady until June, and he goes down 2 spots. We're talking about his price has been here in the 50s since July 26th. It's like most of the contest. And here we see goes to 60. And then from July 26th to today, he's dropped about 27 spots. So I've gotten him near 100 in the last 2 days, and just sprinkling him in a contest like BBM that has been open for this entire period, I think makes the most sense. It's the way that I want to get my shares of Joe Mixon. And we'll cover Quinshon as we go on, because that's just a whole nother conversation. Like, can he still miss games? Yes. But, before we're thinking it's going to be 6 games, right? Bad. 6 games, bad. 3 games? Like, if it's 3, 2, 1, none, like, oh shit. There's someone that went at pick what? 70? Let's take a peek at Mr. Judkins on the thumbnail. And his ADP already went from like 170 to 146. Aaron in the house, Smooth Criminal, appreciate you boys. I slapped a like. You the man. Pounders, help me coat Pat on not buying any Judkins dip. It all depends how you're playing it, my man. Thoughts on the Great Dane too. We will cover this too. Not my favorite. Appreciate the $10 hauler, man. Thank you and Josh for that quick fix on the overlay. Yeah, Josh realized that Underdog switched their URL from www to app.underdogfantasy.com. That was all Josh, but he even told me, he's like, I was about to hit the panic button. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what happened? And he's like, yeah, I found like nothing was wrong with our shit. It was just he found that last second switch up. So apparently Mixon is dead. And that's the thing, like, shit, he's priced like he's gonna miss what, 4, 5 games? Like, what if he doesn't? And then if he does, who cares? Like, he's gonna be your RB3. In like most builds, he's gonna be like your RB3, sometimes RB2. If you're leaning into him as your RB2, you're obviously trying to utilize that ADP even more, that if he does play, your team's going to be even stronger. I lean on the side of like, he will probably miss about 4 games. Like, we don't have a ton of knowledge besides like he had an appointment like August 1st shared by Morse, which is actually relatively helpful, but it's obviously the vibes aren't good, but no one knows how he's doing really besides, his team and him. So I just price him as like he's going to miss 4 games. And if he misses 4 games, I'm okay with that price depending on my team. So he's falling, and we'll probably see where we can get him tonight. If you guys are in here, he probably won't fall as far as he should, but we're waiting on 4 for a BBMer. And we have how many left? It's like we're in like the 40 range for BBMs left. He was in. Do you think we get Judkins? The thing is, like, okay, this is behavior that happened before he was signed with the NFL too. It would be interesting to see a suspension. It's not completely out of the question, but someone that went at pick 70, like in the 70s, where if he did get 3 games, where would you price him? Where would you price him? Like 110, 115? Like that's where you can get him. And we don't know if he's being suspended, right? So there I like actually snatching him in that range. I think it's entirely fine as well. I think it's entirely okay. Yeah, I'll pull up the Judkins. I mean, he was going at pick 72, bumped up to 68. He was in the 70s for a while, and then should hit the fan. 152 and team. Like, people got him individually a lot later. But yeah, I've seen him at 200 in a couple contests or in a couple rooms. But he averaged 152 on August 14th. And now he's already up 8 spots. But I've been seeing him get snatched up in that 120 range, 110 to 120 range. That's where we've been taking him at least. The last few limbs, he went in that range too. But yeah, there's a real chance you don't even see a suspension from him. Where's my soft? I know, dude. Crutches, you gotta draft in the morning, bro. Drafting in the morning is criminal. It's like I did some Friday morning drafting today. It was like 6, 7 badges in each room. It's like, this is why I save 50 entries for August. It is fucking criminal. Now trying to get some stacks in that room is also impossible. But look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 badgeless, and we got TM in the 12 spot, one of the pounders here. But 6 badges in this room, like, we're not complaining. And this is a really good spot too. Like, we're getting neighbors, we're getting Nico, and I'm actually pretty happy to get a Nico share here. Let me pull up my exposures. Let's get the newest ones up. Because Nico, I have not gotten in a while. We have no Nico Amonra. We have no Nico Achan, which is so interesting. We only have 3.3. Okay, maybe that's I want to say that's a limb. Let me get I want to say those are a limb. Eliminators, I only did 50 of them. Let's download this CSV. Okay, will be in your email shortly. I mean, if Drake London there's, we're going Drake London. We're going to keep it simple. Yeah, Drake London's here. We just go Drake London. Underdog, send me that CSV, boy. Come on. Send me that CSV. Crutches, you're going to actually, I don't know if you've seen the tool yet, but you'll really like this for Battle Royales. You'll really like this for Battle Royales. All right. We have the newest CSV. Okay. We're at 9.8% Nico. And then when we pair, so 33 teams. And when we pair Drake London with that, we have 8 teams. Okay, cool. 8, 16, 24, 32, about 20%. That's fine. Nothing crazy there. Nothing crazy there. Will be lame. But yeah, it's going to pull the players right off of the combo tool. As they're drafted, they just get removed. So we can just quickly see, okay, Nico Collins, we have 36%. Josh Allen with our Nico Collins, which is interesting. And you can see where you're heavy, you can see where you're light, and you can add a second player. So I can add Drake London with my Nico and see my combinations with those two. I have 50%. 4 of these 8 teams with the Nico, Drake London start have Josh Allen for no reason. Like completely uncorrelated. So very, very cool and easy to see as you draft where you're a little too heavy. And this is going to be wildly helpful for battle royales, wildly helpful for the dog bulls drafting on the go. People track this shit on Excel sheets to make sure that they're getting different combinations. You can do it as you draft for basically 1 BBM a month using promo code Pounders, all caps. Bestballoverlay.com. Who we having on this season, dude? We were slamming Diggs when everyone was afraid to, but I mean, we also knew back in May he was running routes. So I think that news sort of hit the draft crowd pretty late, and we took advantage of it. Let's see Diggs's movement. Yeah, Diggs is up 15 picks since contest open, 11 of those in the last 30 days. You remember he had the boat incident, which really slowed down where his progress would have been. Really slowed it down. I'll give you a peek at my top expos. Since it's the end of the season, I don't really care. And it doesn't always reflect who we're drafting right now, too. So just beware of that. Let's see. He goes Harrison. Yeah, Hampton just doesn't make it back to the spot really anymore. Yeah, no wonder why I go Josh Allen here. Like, it just seems like the best pick. I think I'm just going to go ahead and bring up James Cook here. It could be Kittle. It could be like Mike Evans too, but let's go James Cook. And I'm happy grabbing one of these receivers, or even going like Jalen Hurts here is fine. Let's see, my Drake London with Jalen Hurts is 6.4%. Nico Collins is also 6% with Jalen Hurts. Very interesting. Very low. And I've just been trying to catch up. We have one more Jalen Hurts team that's on here, so probably around 8.4, 8.5. Excuse me, BBO was down for 20 minutes. Yeah, Josh killed it. Josh killed it with that update. He figured it out quick. Everyone's draft tools were down. That's the funny part. Absolute panic. That's where the real EV was, in that 40-minute span. No one knew who to draft. No one knew. Okay, so maybe we're not going Jalen Hurts here. Mike Evans, we're pretty heavy on this start with Mike Evans. Kittle, we have 0. Kittle at 40. I think I want to play ball with this. We'll catch up a little bit on Kittle too, 6.3%. I'm happy with elite tight end or Jalen Hurts there, to be honest. Either one. I'll put this down for a minute. Yeah, he really is. He makes me happy as a drafter and someone that uses this. He makes me happy. I was slamming Diggs too, really. All the Pats. Love Pop. Yeah, Pop's interesting. He's getting the rise, but he's only going to be out there on 3 wide receiver sets. We'll see how many 3 wide receiver sets they're running. I'm not overly convinced that he's going to be like a major fantasy football asset outside of like the eliminator. I just don't know if he's going to provide that unique upside in the 150s. He was going in the 180 range to start, and like that was a lot better, but I don't know. You were badgeless at 1.2. I love that. Back in my day, we didn't have battle royales, $1 drafts to get our badges. We had to do 30-minute, 30-second rooms. That's how I got my badge. He's missing the whole season. And like, I've just seen people throw that out, and people are like, yeah, no, he's missing the whole season. I know things, and I can't tell you how I know him, and I can't tell you who told me that. It's like, all right, bro. This is feeling like Joe Rogan talking to aliens. Like, What are we? I'm just inclined to be like, okay, that's fine. Let's push that narrative. I'll retweet the shit out of that and then draft him at 120 as my RB3 or RB4 when everyone else drafted him in the 50s. Like, I'm completely fine with it. I'm completely fine with it. I will take that risk. I will take that risk because it's fucking hard to win BBM. It's hard to get into week 17. Like, shit. It's hard to make it to week 17. Never mind win. Like, crazy. So yeah, you gotta take risks, and you gotta take calculated risks. Now, am I gonna take Joe Mixon at 90 in a new contest where everyone gets him at 90? I don't like it as much. I'll be honest. I don't like it as much. Can it still work? Absolutely. But there's contests where it makes more sense, in my opinion. Eliminator, he's off my board. I feel like the Eliminator, hurt players, suspended players are basically completely off my board. Al Bogues, Pounders. What's the best 49ers stack? And why is it Ricky? Why is it? It's not Pearsall Kittle, bro. It's CMC Kittle. CMC Kittle. Rice at 57. I think I have to. This is the latest I've seen Rice go. I think I have to. In the spirit of trying to win in the playoffs, we'll do this. If Rice is playing early, I would love to pair this, and I don't know if it's going to make sense. If he comes back around, I'll say it. I don't think he's going to, but if he comes back around, I'll say it. I'll tell you what was going through my brain when we clicked Rice here. Might be a unique angle. Might not be. So there's that. Dylan, what's up, baby? I want to get into a room full of people scared by the rumor that he's still going early in one of, yeah. Like Mixon in the 120 range. That's the thing. Like, you guys sort of lean into uncertainty. If anyone's done these contests, what are we doing here? Pick 64. We have no falling values. I do sort of want to mix in a little more Debo here. Do you want to mix in a little more Debo? Diggs is officially 2.1 picks away from Olave. Officially 2.1 picks. Let's see the CLV teams. Mixon has become a smash. What up? There's just a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of uncertainty. And I'm not inclined to believe someone that says, trust me, bro. I'm just not. But let's see how late he goes. On a team like this, it would sort of make sense where we're a little more light at RB. We'll see if we grab one in the next 2 rounds. Where's Pollard? Pollard's getting pushed way up now. Yeah, Pollard's at 74. We have him pushed up to 67 still. Our average ADP on him is 80.1 on 30%. Juicy. Our 12% Pacheco, our average is 86.8. His ADP is 72. Swift. Oh no, here we go. The exposure's on the far right. Let's not get carried away. Our exposure on Tony Pollard is 19%, which is still high. DeAndre Swift, 11%, average ADP of 80. He's at 67. I've pretty much come off the Swift click. It's a lot harder for me to get Swift. Yeah, Pacheco, I'm just like right at field one. Pacheco, 8.3. 8.3. A lot of Kyler this year. I've been having fun with the Kyler click. Okay, Addison goes. And this is what was going through my mind. Like, Rice now no longer getting suspended for the early portion of the season. Pairing Rice with Addison. Because before you would think like, oh, if I go Rice, I don't really want Addison. Like, it's going to be harder to advance that team taking zeros from 2 players that are top 7, top 6 round players. Now they're perfect pairings. It might be the perfect pairing. And in that situation, maybe I even just bring Addison up here to 64, to be honest. Because 1-for-1 player, I would probably just rather Addison over Debo. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I hear you, dude. I hear you. So close. So close. That's the exact player that we were thinking about. It was like his ADP 74. I didn't think he'd get by you with 2 clicks, but I also didn't want to reach 10 picks here. Maybe I just should have just done it. I'm a coward. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Pollard should be next to Chuba. Ooh, Spice. Spice. Okay. I think this is where we're going. Ooh, I mean, David, let's not disrespect David Montgomery like that. I just skipped right over him. I am so pick blind to David Montgomery this year. I am a little worried with new OC and potentially them just leaning into more Gibbs. I'm just that does freak me out just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So we are a little lighter on Montgomery this year. This will bring us up a little bit, but we'll go David Montgomery at pick 81. Sure. Good spot to mix it in. Okay, I think we're gonna be good. Shakir Godwin double click. This range is tough for wide receivers. If you're gonna make a wide receiver click here, I feel like, and I'm not a big Godwin guy, just with that injury, but it does seem more and more like it should be Godwin. Yeah, Mahomes doesn't make it back, goes to the worthy team. Makes sense. I did want one of those 2 RBs though. Let's go Tracy. I have been trying to mix in a little Tracy. Let's see where Mixon ends up going to. Tracy getting some coach speak that the splits are going to start off like 70-30 in his favor, which is sort of what we figured. Also, Cam Scat with the injury. Don't know if it's going to flare up again during the season. So we'll see what's going on with Cam Scat, but been mixing in a little more Tracy with that news coming out with the injury. Basically, since the injury news, I was at 0 Tracy. So we've been slamming it. We've been slamming it as of late. Oh dear, dude. Eric, this is a tough one, bro. This is a tough one. Is Christian Kirk undervalued? Report says he's the clear number 2. It's a tough one. He goes in a range where there's like no one else. I'm underfield, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's certainly going to be interesting if Houston can't lean on the run at all. I'm over on Nico. I'm over on Jaden Higgins, and that could just be an end of season type take. Kirk, even Nola, I'm at 6.3%. Curious what my average on Nola is too. We're over on Stroud. A lot of positive talk about Stroud wanting to use his legs more this season. So, all right. So Mixon goes at 93. Interesting. Crutches, I like the Pittman click. Just how banged up this wide receiver room is. Pittman and AD seem like good clicks right now in that offense. Obviously Warren, obviously JT, but where's Terry going? Just read the news. Oh, stop. No, stop. Stop. No way. Don't do it. What happened? I didn't read it. I didn't see it. What's the breaking news? There's nothing. Don't troll me like that. Oh, the extension. No extension? What's he got? I don't see anything on Twitter. Purdy doesn't come back. Interesting. All right. Really gross spot, but this is Bateman like all day. It could also be Caleb plus. It could also be Caleb plus Luther Burden, but let's go Bateman here. I am most likely going to have to grab an uncorrelated QB in this spot. We could always go Dak with Ferg. Drake May we can correlate late. Goff's the tough one to correlate, although I think Goff's the best value QB in this range. Let's see what comes back. We might just push it. Dude, he got me. 2022. Dude, I saw that post, bro. I saw that exact post that you're talking about. I was like, no way, he got an extension. Bro. You got me, man. You got me. You win. Sharbs goes. Sharp was going to be, if we were going to push it at QB, Sharbs was going to be the guy. This is Fields or Drake May. Let's go Fields. There's a world in which Fields is a good fantasy football pick and Garrett Wilson doesn't pay out. We can also lean into Mason Taylor late with the Fields click. Gives us some outs. Gives us some rushing ceiling. Best ball Q got. Yeah. Rude. Yeah, Gibbs running wide receiver a bit allows them both on the field. More does that make you lean to him anymore? Not if they're throwing the ball to Gibbs. He's just a little. I don't mind this getting a little fall, but like in the 70s. The reason why I'm so low is because I was just taking players that went after him. I liked Pacheco later. I liked Pollard later. Now that these guys go ahead of him, I would end up with more David Montgomery, but 19% Pollard in that range. Sometimes that just has to do with building teams back to front too, just knowing who I can get later. But yeah, worried a little bit about roll. Kraft, nice click by Crutches here. Lamb, JT, Jacobs, Hendy, and then slams wide receiver. I love this. Love the Shaheed click. I've been pulling up Shaheed and Bateman to that range. Yeah. I have him ranked at 96, and we have Bateman ranked at 98. More than a full round on both players because wide receiver dries up. So pulling those guys up, the teams look a lot better. Ingram goes at 122 in this room. Okay. And you have Judkins go at 119. If you wanted Judkins, it was going to have to be here at 112. If he came back to 129, we would have taken him there. But also not grabbing a QB in that spot sometimes fatal, depending on what comes back to you. Can get pretty ugly. There goes Luther Burden, 127. Joshua Palmer goes ahead of Luther Burden. Oh dear. This is a BBM, right? I'm not in an eliminator. We have to go Stroud here, right? I don't want to. I want to grab Njoku. Pushing it. We got a QB in front of us with Justin Herbert. Two guys have two QBs. Let's just live on the edge and take a 10-pick fall on Njoku. And Stroud goes next click. Like, why not? Why not go completely uncorrelated Stroud? Just like, why not, right? Like it was a nice day. It was sunny. Like, good day to take naked Stroud. Like, fuck me. Fuck. Yeah, Shaheed, honestly. Him and Olave should be a lot closer together. That's for sure. For sure. The cool thing is we do have Penix here as the backup plan, but like, fuck, dude. I do need more Drake London Penix, admittedly. We're at 27%. But I knew that. I knew that. It's just I wanted Stroud still. Not gonna lie. Our Stroud Nico's at 57.6%. And I can set this just to BBM as well if I want to just see my BBMs. Still 57.1. God damn. It's all right. It was worth it. It was worth it. Njoku at 129 is a crime. It's an absolute crime. It's an absolute crime. We can't let the room commit crimes like that. That's just disrespectful. Like we're going Joshua Palmer. What's this 2-3-5-2? What's the 6 buck hooking on? Barkley, Chase Brown, and Hampton. Mike Evans hurts. That fall on Mike Evans is also criminal. Hurts at 54. Ibuka, Higgins, like little reach up. Probably would have preferred Diggs there as my wide receiver 2. Just for team building purposes. And then Higgins. Yeah, you kind of got caught there at wide receiver. But yeah, that's tough. That's just reaching on a lot of players. Mims, I don't mind pulling up Mims a little bit, but Palmer, teams start to look a little tougher when you reach on like 5-6 players. This, however, is going just fine. Going just fine. Hard to click now. Keenan Allen in the 120s. You've seen Herb fall into 130s. Yeah, it's even there. Like my body wants me to click Justin Herbert over Michael Penix. But in BBM, I just you have to lean into that for the playoff rounds. You have to lean into your stacks. If it wasn't 1 out of 16, like 1 out of 13, 1 out of 16, like if it's a fucking high stakes or medium stakes where it's like 2 out of 8 teams advance, like I'm going Herbert there. And I'll find a way to correlate it. 140 for Herbert's. It's too late. It's just too late. Adam, what's up, baby? How you guys doing? Goes to the guy Giga Stack in the game. Let's peek. A late Harris. Keenan at 124 is fine. Oh, yeah, I like this team. Yeah, this team fucks. And he's got Addison. Style points. Style points. What's my Addison at? .8%. How about all contests? 10.4 across all contests. Would like to get some more this last 2-3 weeks. Yeah, this is Tyler Algier here. This is the most Tyler Algier spot I've ever seen. This is just Tyler Algier here. Drake London, we got Penix, little team stack, even if he's not involved that much in the pass game. We'll bet on the offense. Anything happens to Bijan, we're cooking. McMillan at 154 getting pulled up. Not to mention, like the coach speak's been positive about wanting to just get him in the mix more to give Bijan a break, and he's a very capable RB. So you're looking at that like 125 to 150 touches anyways, which is promising in this range. And I know who I want to click here. It's just a matter if he comes back to us. This is a spot for us to grab a third QB if we're not too confident in these two guys. Like going Bryce Young, Geno, or Sam Darnold, and or like a falling Rashad White at 160 is just juicy. Like for someone that's a day-to-day, that's juicy. But I think we go fuck us. Like big time. I think we can still get Sam Darnold on the way back around. Let's go Rashad White here. Let's buy the dip on Rashad White. RB is going to dry up. Like, I don't like the Ford click as much. Thank God. Thank God we didn't go Slappyville, USA on Dylan Sampson. Have to update the ranks with the Quinshawn news, by the way. So don't pay attention to the ranks there. But thank Lord baby Jesus, we didn't go full on Slappyton on Dylan Sampson. Like a lot of people panic and did. And when they did that, they also missed out on falling Judkins. So some sharp people got double reverse leveraged. So it's crazy, including myself. Like to some extent, luckily it wasn't too heavy on both sides. I could have definitely been clicking Judkins more though. I'll own that one. I certainly could have been clicking Judkins more. Dylan's fine. I think both of them are fine. It's just a matter of who's going to get the touches as the RB2 there. And still early season, like eliminator, they'll be a little better with Judkins still not signing a contract, still not practicing. So, I mean, we expect this to happen pretty quick in the next week or so. You're hoping that he signs a contract, gets back on the practice field, gets on the practice field, I should say. Yeah, this is probably the way to go, to be honest. But that Judkins fall was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's recent. He was just recently mixed in with the ones. I mean, Jerome Ford is even back at practice. I haven't checked the news today. He was on the field. He started doing like individual drills, I know, a couple weeks ago, but is he back full speed? I don't think so. Jerome Ford goes at 175 in this one. Sampson goes at 164. So like these guys are falling like rocks. Like he's already fallen like 3 rounds. Jerome Ford's fallen a couple rounds. Rico here's fine. Darnold goes. Let's go, Rico. Let's go, Rico. We're going to stop here at 6 RBs. James Cook, David Montgomery, Tracy Algier, Rashad White, and Rico. Stop here at 6 RBs. Let's see what comes back to us. And where did A-Rich go? Just curious. A-Rich went at 166. I have to update the A-Rich rank too. It's interesting. Like, I don't give a fuck really who's starting the season, and you're going to see both of these quarterbacks play. Like, I strongly believe that. Whether, like, each quarterback in that offense has so many outs for the other to play football. Like, both not good at throwing the football is usually a pretty good out. Here, we're just going to click a naked Staffy, I think. Let's go AD first. Let's go AD. They have so many outs. Bad at football and or get injured. Like both of them have plenty of injuries too. Both of them have plenty of injuries. Obviously, like, oh yeah, you can't plan for injuries. Well, A-Rich doesn't know how to throw a football. So there's that. Like it's only a matter of time. Like doing good in practice. Like we know these guys. We know these guys at this point. This isn't last year's draft class. We got a couple years worth of notes on these players. Daniel Jones, several googly eyes over here. I'm not confident either one of them can hold down the job. So I think no matter what, whoever starts, like yippee yay, like you're gonna see games out of both. Now, does that mean you get A-Rich for like 4 or 5 weeks? You get Daniel Jones for like 4 or 5 weeks, maybe 6, and then you get A-Rich to end the season? Maybe. Maybe. I do think if I had to put money on it, right? You're forcing gun against my head. Like, I do think A-Rich would be the guy who plays towards the end of the season. They want to see what they have in this guy. If it's a dumpster fire there of a year, as long as he's not hurt, like, you could say the same thing about Daniel Jones. Dude, Crutch is just not having a fun time. Got to go Shipley there at 190, though. Love Tua and A-Rich is a nice QB combo. This is when you go Keaton Mitchell as your RB5. You're welcome. You just cash out the banker line. Oh, Keaton Mitchell went at fucking. Oh my God, you went at pick 169. What? I didn't see that, bro. I did not see that. That's crazy. Jordan Whittington. Okay. The dart goes. QB hungry room. A bunch of hungry hippos, that's for sure. A bunch of hungry hippos. Like, I'm completely okay with going Jones or Flacco as my QB3 with this crew. So I know I'm getting games out of both. This is wide receiver here. I like Roman Wilson. I've been trying to get my exposure up to both of these guys. Saw a nice 35-yard catch today on the first drive by Tennessee to Ellick. And you don't need a full 8% to be at field with Ellick, just due to the large percent of the BBM to start that he wasn't going drafted. So yeah, it's when you get 5-6 badges people in a room, it just ends up being more stressful than if you actually just have a bunch of sharp people, to be honest. Yeah, people just not following the rules. Who said you could do that? Who said you could do that? It could be RB. It could be, wide receiver. With Rice, if he misses like 4 games, can we survive with this? Flacco, Daniel Jones, either or. We had Njoku for Flacco. That's as late as a backstack as you can get. Like Flacco late, or Daniel Jones plus AD. Do we have enough a receiver if Rice misses weeks? What sucks is, like, we have wide receivers with early bye weeks with Rice. And not like, so 7, 5, 6. We expect him to miss week 5, 4 through 5 through what? 8, 5 through 9. It could be a little tough of a comeback. But we're going to start off real good. With Rice at 57, his ADP would realistically be at the 2-3 turn if he wasn't missing games. So we'll obviously need a hot start. I like our tight end room, Kittle and Njoku strong. And then the dude that went naked, Stroud. Let's see. Did he ever end up picking up a Houston player? Like, I highly doubt it, right? Oh, he got Schultz. He's good, bro. He's good. That's how you win it all. That's where the 2 milli's going. I should have known. Fuck me. The Badgers out here committing crimes. I do want to take a peek at Crutch's team here. That was BBM number 104. Crutch is in the 3-hole, 3-5-7-3. Love Tua, A-Rich, JT, Jacobs, Henderson. Nice little heavy at RB to start. Takes a long break. Brings in Shipley. Wow, you ended up getting Jalen Wright at 214. You absolute spoon. And it's correlated with 2 is sick. Lamb, Waddle, Jennings, Judy, Pittman, Shaheed, and Cedric Tillman. Dude, this looks like besides the Juwan Jennings click, this looks like a me room. It's real funny. Kraft, Strange, and Taylor's a nice tight end room too. Good values at tight end. You spooned on Strange as well at 171. Went and got your guys here. Nice, dude. Good draft. Good draft. Let me name this one here before we forget. What's the date? It's the 15th. 8:15 live. Obviously, it's the 2025 season. What are we doing? Did it work? Did it work? Okay. All right. We jumped into another one. We are in the 12th hole, and Underzet is really the only name we recognize here. Wow. I'm telling you, boys, if you didn't save entries for BBM, 1 badge list, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? Oh, Underdog. Underdog's alive and well. Live and well. Chad, what's up, baby? Yeah, we're ripping another. Maybe a third. We'll see how many likes we get on the video. But appreciate you boys coming out watching on a Friday night, hanging with the mans. BBM behaving like little Dalmatian too? Little Dow too? You lost me. You lost me. Rumors they want 10 games to Rice. They want a long one. And that could be the case too. I'm still going to be around field on Rice, though. He's not someone that I want to be under on. End of the day, if you see you advance a Rice team to week 15, you're going to be pretty fucking happy. You're going to be pretty happy. If his suspension is in that range of in the playoffs, which I don't think it will be. If he's hearing on hearings on what the 30th of September. So even if it was fucking 10 games, it would be weeks 5 to 14, 15. Shit. But they always appeal. Like no matter what he gets, if he gets 6 and he appeals down, it's going to be 5 or 4. And that's what I would lean into as the median would be 6. Sometimes, what percent is it 10? What percent is it 3? It probably leans the heaviest that it's around 6-game suspension. I rarely click Juwan, but room forced me to. Dude, that's wild. Your wide receiver room looks like 90% of my teams. I've done my part hitting that. Like, I appreciate you, Chad. Best of luck this year, man. It's going to be a crazy fun one again. So yeah, some of these are drafting like it's a $1 draft for sure. This room's going to be wonky AF too. There's Genty at 7. There's Genty at 7. CMC at 8. Neighbors at 9. So we should automatically get. Give us Nico, bro. You don't like Nico. Like, dude sucks. Dude sucks. He sucks. He fucking sucks. Oh my God. Do we just the heart said Nico plus Achan, but let's have a peek here. Let's have a peek. We have 0 Nico Puka teams. Like, we just fucking have to do it, boys. We just have to do it. We just have to do it. We have 0 Nico Puka teams. That's it. I just got neighbors Puka. Was that this morning? That might have been this morning. I felt part of the cool kids club because everyone's been getting it, but for whatever reason, people love Puka when I'm picking at the end of the draft. So I finally got him to fall too. Very happy. Okay, let's see how we crash this plane into the ground. That's perfect. That's perfect. Derrick Henry and Achan Star. I don't even hate it. Nico Puka. Oh my. What are we doing? Happy August. You guys know you can get Nico Puka in August? Imagine just like filling this content. A lot of people I know, I've seen the posts on Twitter. Like a lot of people, they did their 150 by like June. Shout out to Nick, NF40, NF42. I do Nick Freda. He filled BBM early. I'd be curious to get his take on it. It's like obviously when you're looking in from the sidelines, like, oh fuck, like I would assume that's how they feel. I wish I had more entries. But it looks like we have an imposter here. You know, if you get rid of the E here, VIX Dog Pound, you know, this is obviously, I don't say this is Doge, but VIX Dog Pound, there can only be one, my friend. There can only be one. Look at the QBs. Josh Allen at 21, and this guy said, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. I'm going Lamar right after. So, and then this guy brings up Hampton and Devontae Adams. What are these? I'm curious about this. Like so many, is value going to fall back to the mid here? Are they even going to take it? What is happening? Okay. There goes Chase Brown. There goes Tyreek. And it's not even going to be that different. It's like as if you flipped these two. This is probably the best start, the 2-hole. Bijan Ladd plus Chase Brown. Chase Brown with an ADP of like 21 now. So obviously a lot harder to get. This one's very interesting. You know, Chase Brown's ADP is up right now. Ladd's ADP is down. So like when Ladd was in the middle of the second round, Chase Brown was where? Chase Brown was also sort of like climbing. But this Ladd discount is very recent, and Chase Brown's price is lower. So I want to say this is a little more rare combination. T. Higgs falls to 30. Jefferson, Bucky, T. Higgs. This is a very common start, though, from like the 2 or 3 hole. Where's the value going to fall? CMC, AJ Brown, and Trey McBride. That's one for sure. Kyron, Cook. All right, we have to look at the board. What are we looking at? Give us Marv. You give me Marv on the far right side of the board. What? 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 I've never even seen him over here in this territory. I've never seen him over here. Marv at 36. We get a little weeks 15 mini too. Is this Kittle? I just kind of want to advance this team. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to advance this one. I think we're just going Jalen Hurts here. We're just going to advance this one, boys. We're just going to advance this one. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Let's peek Marvin Harrison. The dude's movement all year has been so minimal. It's been so minimal. He started at 31. That's his highest. His lowest is 25.9. Total movement, 5 spots. And it's been this like sort of up, down, and just kind of right where he was April 30th is where he is today, August 15th. So, yeah, after the draft, obviously a draft day winner after they don't add anybody. So he did get that rise, but it was one day he rose from 31. He rose like 2 picks in just like 2-3 days. So, and we get him at 36. A weird player to fall this time of year. Interesting. Kittle, Breece Hall, Daniels, K-Walk at 41. Huge run at wide receiver, which is the norm. This dude goes 3 RBs, Gibbs, Taylor, and Jacobs, brings in Terry. I don't think it's a bad wide receiver to do that with. If he goes back to Washington or he lands in a favorable situation, who cares? If he lands somewhere that's just favorable for receivers, could be just as good. But leaning into that too, while starting RB heavy, I like that style of building. It's leaning into being right. Leaning into being right. Yeah, there's no way. I even want to say like Jalen Hurts with Marvin Harrison, very low percent for us. With Nico, I think we just checked it. It was 0. Okay, 7.1. Puka, not 2Ps, bro. 3.6, very low. Very low with the Jalen Hurts. Good spot for me. Good spot for me to bring in Jalen Hurts here. Dev Smith gone. Didn't expect him to fall back to us, but he was still on the board. And in this room, I guess anything's possible. Shout out to Underset drafting with us. Ridley Daniels, Kyron, BTJ, and Neighbors. Also a fun start. There goes the Waddle. Penguins scoring a touchdown today in practice. Zay Flowers off. I do like tapping into our first RB here. We could go double RB too. Let's just queue up James Conner and think about this. What's coming back to us at pick 84, 85? That range is really tough. That range is fucking really tough. You're hoping like Aaron Jones is there. We're most likely going tight end. We can't really afford to go QB there. Let's go Harvey. Jalen Hurts, James Conner, RJ Harvey, Nico, Puka, and Marvin Harrison. We started with 3 wide receivers straight. We go elite QB, we double tap RB. I'm cool with it. If you're cool with it. Now let's see what the room gives us. That's the shitty part, is who... I don't even mind double tapping tight end on the way back around. And then what? At pick 108, 109, we're looking at 1 RB, 1 receiver again. So we're looking at a 1-3-4-2 start. And then the way back around, we're going to double tap receiver. It's not impossible. It's not impossible. 132, 133. We'll be targeting like that Marvin Mims range. Mims, Kirk, Hollywood, Cedric Tillman. We have way up the board, but his ranks 151. Keenan Allen, Kyle Williams. Yeah, let's just hope that the room gives us someone we like on the way back around. It's just so doubtful because this range is disgusting in the mid-80s that we usually just go up and get our guys. And that's why we have a shit ton of Mark Andrews, because we've just been pulling them up. Our Shaheed's getting up there, 10%. Not as much. Bateman at 12%. But again, like I was clicking a ton of Andrews to start the contest too. That Gunnar Helm 25-yard touchdown double cover was nice. He'll be the starter early. Ooh, spicy take. I do think he'll get worked in. Right now, from what I've heard, it's a lot of Chig in practice. Was the starters out there for that tutty? I didn't watch after the first series because they usually take him out, but he might have. Cam Ward probably played more than that tonight. Let me see. Pull up the ESPN app. If that's with the twos, it just doesn't mean as much to me. Although my my big board shares wouldn't mind it. We definitely were mixing in some Gunnar Helm. We have a ton of Mason Taylor too in the big board. Ton of Mason Taylor. We're all over that one. We like that. Okay, there's a couple guys here we like. Oh, there's no way Addison just makes it to us. There's like, we're just not that. We're not that lucky. Yeah, Addison goes at 80. Pollard goes at 81. Those are definitely the two that were making me salivate a little bit. Those two are making me salivate just a little bit. We have Connor and RJ Harvey. He goes downs. Oh, God. I don't have a ton. I don't have a ton of B-Rob, but week 16 bring back is sort of catching my eye here. And Shakir for the week 17 bring back. Eesh. Let's just ponder for a sec. I need to ponder on this one. I'd probably just prefer Pittman. I'm not going to lie. Fuck it. Let's just go the Hawk. Let's say no to all the above and let's just go Hawkinson here and let's see what comes back to us. Because now we're at least free to go 3 wide receivers through the next 4 rounds. 3 wide receivers through the next 4 rounds. And I just don't mind the AD click too, like at the end of the draft. So I don't know if I want to end up with double Indy. But it gives me another out. The Helm scored with the 2s, but it was a Jimmy Graham looking catch. Double covered, even with the 2s, doing good. Yeah. No, he's a grinder. He was a grinder in college. Check out the clip later. Yeah, it sounds awesome. So, I mean, when you produce like that, you get on the field. As long as his blocking skill, he's picking up the offense, which tight end's one of the tougher positions as a rookie. Just because of blocking schemes, picking up the offense. A lot more to it. Yeah, I always thought that he would mix in this year. Chig was someone I was really excited about in the big board, and my percent definitely came way down after the big board. Let me check my big board exposures at tight end because Chig was up there, and I mean Mason Taylor was fucking for the moon. You boys are gonna love this shit. You just can't make fun of me for the Tyler Conklin. You're not allowed to. Loveland, this is big board. Loveland, Chig, Mason Taylor, Kate Otten, Mark Andrews, Tyler Warren, and Tyler Conklin. That's a crew I fuck with. Now, Kate Otten fell. I don't actually understand why he goes so late. I could just be a fucking simpleton with this one, but this is a dude that's on the field for 90% of snaps. He does it all. And I think he's actually been one of the better survivors in that range because you had Pat Fry, you have Gesicki hurt. Who else got the axe? Some people got the absolute axe. Pat Fry is definitely a big one for that range. Mason Taylor's back on the field. So the injury there was a little shaky. Gesicki's still not practicing. Jonnu now goes in this range. But yeah, Kate Otten, I'm still pretty heavy on Kate Otten right now. There's a chance that Pittman comes back to us, which is interesting. I gotta stop jinxing myself. This is getting to be a lot. Every time I say something. Every time I say like, oh yeah, this dude's gonna come back to us, like boom, gone instantly. I make him disappear. 108, 109. Give me one of the 2 guys I'm thinking about. Just one. Just one. I'm not being greedy. Go QB. This is the QB fucking range. There it is. Good job. It's that easy. Guy Fieri. That's crazy. Imagine. Let's go. We hungry. I didn't see Shaheed was where did Shaheed go? Like far left side of the board. I didn't even see it. 96. I thought I was getting both. You idiot. You idiot. Is this do we just fuck with Kyler here? And we're done at QB. James Conner and Marv. We have Hawk. We got the big Hawk. I like this. Let's get strong at QB. Let's get strong at QB. We got the double stack. We got a nice little week 15 bring back with Nico. Nothing for week 16 against Atlanta, but there's still pieces. There's still pieces. Yeah, if Shaheed's there, we're probably going Shaheed, but we'll just take one. We'll be done there at QB. Very strong. Very strong at QB, in my opinion. Kyler goes at 109. We'll scoop that too. 13 picks. We'll scoop that for sure. Plus Kyler on the right side of the board. Right side of the board with Marv on the right side of the board. Just very, like, I think I have to. I think I have to. It's just going to be a different build with Nico and Puka. A Nico, Puka, Marvin Harrison with Kyler Murray. If that's what you need one of those weeks, like, that's fucking lock it in. Lock it in. We're still, we're like barely breathing at wide receiver right now, though. 4 wide receivers. It's going to end up to be at least 7. I mean, we went 3 through 3 rounds, 3 through 4 rounds, you could say, I guess. But we've taken a long ass break. Kyle Williams goes, Kirk goes. There's Charbonnet at 117. I didn't put myself in a good position to grab Sharp. If this is like, I like Sharp as my RB3. RB3 typically, RB4 in some cases. If he's my RB4, I'm only going 5. Keenan Allen goes. Is anyone doing anything wonky? Like, what are these teams? Josh Allen and Lamar. They both took long breaks at QB. He went Andrews at 75. I don't mind going and getting my guys, especially if you're only going to do. Oh, there goes Judkins. Oh, I was like, holy shit, is he coming back to us like 132? God damn. We had to go Kyler there, though. We had to go Kyler there. And Cam Scat was still on the board. I didn't even see that. Holy shite. There goes Pitts, and this is an RB, I would assume. I would have liked Mims there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I would have liked Mims there. Do we not like Hollywood Brown as much with Rice starting the season? Or does it not matter because Hollywood's like banged up right now? Like, bro's not even playing. Is this just fucking correlate the QB, be done at 2 tight ends? This range is gross. Just get me out of here. Like, that's how this one feels. That's how this one feels. Would have liked Mims and Cedric Tillman there, though. This dude's building a decent team. May and Fields, Henry, Achane, Tank Bigsby, Evans, Flowers, Rome, Downs, Godwin, Mims, and then has Kittle. That's a good team. Yeah, Torrey Horton's a baller. He's just a baller. He's a baller. I've been mixing. I want to mix in a little more Alec. There's so many like last round picks that I wouldn't mind going like Torrey Horton, Pittman, and Alec or AD with my round 16, 17, 18. I wouldn't mind grabbing 2 round 18 guys or even 3 for that matter. But I know Torrey's like, He's like around 17, 16 guy now. He's at pick 183. Only thing is, like, I could see Seattle being a dumpster fire, which might be good, but we also know they want to run the ball. As an offense, we know they want to run the ball. So is volume going to be an issue, or game's going to dictate, playing from behind, needing to throw the ball? I can honestly see it going both ways. Bro. No, dude. No. We never did. Did I click him a single time? Please tell me I didn't. I didn't click him a single time. That's diamond hands right there. That is, I refuse to follow the ways of the slappies. Who knows? Like, he's fucking, seems like he's out playing Trey Harris in training camp so far. So I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's getting busy there as it is. But shit, like Quinn Johnson, the 170s, 180s, like we're doing this again. Like, I don't mind it. You're just looking for 2 to 3 spike weeks. There goes Gino, Cam Ward, couple QBs. There goes Benson at 152. That's a steal. Trey Benson at 152. M. Rice, I think, has been scooping, but he only has T-Law at QB. Yeah, he's been... there goes Algier. Fuck. Like, Hollywood's still on the board. Tough. I like one of these two with... I think we just go white. Like, let's just lean into... Let's lean into it. I'll go white and Dowdle here and just... White and Dowdle. This is going to be a 2-6-8-2. This is going to be a 2-6-8-2. All right. I was going to go Quinn Johnson over him and see if he came back just because his ADP is around where we're going to be picking. But I don't mind just grabbing him here. All right. So far, 2-5-5-2 through 14. Jalen Hurts, Kyler, James Conner, RJ Harvey, B-Rob, Rashad White, Rico. I'm going to add one more. Nico, Puka, Marv, Bateman, Cedric Tillman, Hawk, and Goddard. This could be one where we just, like we talked about, just grabbing like 2 or 3 of those guys that go in round 18 at receiver. Like players that project to be wide receiver 2s in their offense, like Roman Wilson, Ellick. Grab both of them. And I'm a little worried about the Michael Wilson click. Just a little buzz about Zay Jones going on in Arizona. Not that I'm clicking Zay Jones because I just want it to not be true. But it's a reason for me to not love the Michael Wilson click. Sometimes you just draft good players. Yeah, you just don't overthink it. Not every team has to be the star method, that's for sure. Not every team has to be the star method. This one we took a wonky path, but when you're drafting on the ends, you really have to just go get your guys. You have to go get your guys. The fall finally stops on Hollywood Brown. He goes at 167. There goes Torrey Horton right after Hollywood Brown. And Royals to follow. What is this room? What is this room? This is a crazy, crazy wonky team. Chase, Hampton, Devontae Adams. Burrow at 48. Henderson, Laporta, Pacheco, Shaheed. I don't mind the Shaheed pull-up. I actually think that's sharp. I don't mind Warren in this range. Kyle Williams, Njoku. Am I blanking or is this just naked Penix right here? It just seems like it's naked Penix. Sampson, Torrey Horton, and Jalen Royals. Jeez. I will say, August drafting's been like this. It's been like this. Okay. This range. You just go get your guys here. You just go get your guys. Is there an RB that we need? Kind of. I'm between one of two guys, though. Looks like we're getting one. I'm definitely going to be happier with one over the other, I will say. Let's lean into Keaton Mitchell here. Let's lean into Keaton Mitchell, and it's one of these. Let's just select this because I don't know what my limits are set to. We're just like double clicking two of these guys. Yeah, we're grabbing three of these. We're grabbing three of these players. We'll see what comes back. Yeah, Coker goes off super early. 184. 184. It's funny. We don't have any main correlation stacks with these guys. We have some minis. Like we have Roman Wilson week 17 with Cedric Tillman. Seattle. No, we don't have any of that. Washington. We have week 15 with Slayton, with B-Rob. Other than that, we're not looking at like any major stacks here between these guys. And again, I'm looking towards end of season upside. Ooh. Oh, okay. I found the week 17 bring back. It was and always has been Elijah Moore. Let me actually see if we have anything new from Coach Speak Index on Buffalo and these wide receivers. Shakir not practicing today. Curtis Samuel limited in practice. Both things I hear are good for him. Darnell Mooney week to week still. We know. Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot of coach speak as of late. Denver, Detroit. Laporte missed a little bit of time here. It's not major. Green Bay Packers. Initially thought Romeo Dobbs would practice today, but I don't think so now. Nothing concerning long term. Gotta say that so I don't get hounded by questions. What's that about? The first confidence level that he'll get Marshawn Lloyd to practice today and then into the game on Saturday. Laughs. We'll see. It is what it is. We're planning some reps for him. He's so annoyed. He's so fucking annoyed with Marshawn Lloyd. Underzet grabbing two of the guys. We have Q's tough. He's so annoyed with Marshawn Lloyd. But we have to. Like he's our Kendry Miller this year. Like he's just so toxic. He's so toxic. Let's fucking do it. Super low owned Elijah Moore. 3 round 18 guys at receiver. And again, like there's a regular season prize. Like no one's doing that. That'll be completely unique. Casey. Kareem Hunt with the quad contusion. We knew that. Myers, nothing for Vegas. Yeah, really the major news is really Quinshon. Quinshon and Mixon just sort of being resurfaced with people that say they know things but can't tell you who they know them from or how they know them or why they know them and and what it is that he has. Really anything. They just won't tell you anything. Just don't draft him. But still, his like ADP is not falling to. I'm surprised because that blew up on Twitter today. Like 93. He's going in the 90s a little more consistently, I guess, but no falls to the 100 plus today in tonight's stream. It's kind of sad. I want to see Joe Mixon in the hundreds. We end up with the 2682, Jalen Hurts, Kyler at 109, James Conner, RJ Harvey, B-Rob, which we do not have a lot of this year, but as an RB3, bring back to Phillies, just worth mixing in, I guess. He just feels very touchdown dependent, and they just love Jaden Daniels to have the ball in his hand in the red zone. I think he should be a little. All these RBs are push up though. Like a lot of these RB prices are pushed up. That's why it's really hard to go 0 RB this year. So I do think he's probably priced appropriately, but he's just not an exciting like B-Rob's going to be pick 45 next year. I just don't see that happening. I just don't see it happening. He'd have to run really hot in the red zone, but I like him. I like him as a player. It's more so just the offense when they get down to the goal line. They like JD with the ball in his hands. Rashad White just leaning into the uncertainty with the injury. Rico and Keaton Mitchell. I like the RB room largely. I think B-Rob fits this room too, giving it a little bit of a floor. Nico, Puka, Marv, Bateman, Cedric Tillman, Alec, Roman Wilson, Elijah Moore, TJ Hawk, and Goddard. Could look back at this and be like, you just botched your team with, 2 of these 3 picks, but leaning into some of the uncertainty here is fine. 2682 seems well balanced. All right, boys. I think that's gonna do it for tonight. Elijah Moore's had mixed reviews so far, though. Yeah, it's way easier. The thing is, like Buffalo, this wide receiver room is disgustingly bad, in my opinion. Disgustingly bad. So I do think he can earn a spot in this offense. And with Khalil Shakir sort of battling injuries, Joshua Palmer being wildly unexciting, making some plays, but like I think he can earn a role in the slot here. Dude, I'm with you, bro. I'm at 15% Marshawn Lloyd. I don't know how it happened, but it was like, I don't have Kendra anymore, so I may as well just keep this toxic relationship going. So let's go with Marshawn. The process is not bad, but my God, the coach hates him. I don't know if I can click him again until we're closer to September and like he stays healthy and the coach stops laughing when his name's brought up, because those are not good things. Those are just not good things. He's making, I saw the news that he made like a wow type play. Everyone in the crowd saying, wow. I like that. I still think the process on him's good. Pretty good capital for a guy that was drafted last year. I don't fully want to give up on him. He's my this year's Kendra Miller. It just is what it is. But guys, there's less than 1 month left of draft season. But this draft tool is going to help you all the way through the Battle Royale season as well, tracking your combinations, which is even more important in Battle Royale. And it's still wildly important for drafts right now. bestballoverlay.com, promo code Pounders, all caps. Link is in the description. If you guys haven't already downloaded it, first off, don't know what you're doing. One of the biggest edges you can get in best ball right now. So appreciate you guys coming out. Hope you guys have a good rest of your Friday night, and we'll catch you on tomorrow's night stream, 9 p.m. Eastern. Appreciate you, boys. Have a good night. Pounders.